Okay. Hello, to anyone who is watching. I'm here with Patrice Jetter and Gary. Um,
Hello.
Hi. So we just played the virtual screening of Patrice the movie, so I thought I'd have a conversation with Patrice herself. Um, and a surprise uh appearance with Gary as well. So how are you both doing?
We're doing good.
Yeah, just trying to stay cool, beating the heat,
Yeah.
staying hydrated, trying to stay indoors as much as we can. It's a little smoky outside,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
now we really have to be more careful.
Right, yeah. Yeah, this summer between like the heat waves and all the smoky weather from the wildfires, it's just all way too much to deal with. So
Yeah.
you're definitely doing the right thing by staying indoors and just taking care of yourselves. Um, so why don't you both tell me a little bit about yourselves? Anything that you feel comfortable sharing?
You can go first, honey.
Oh yeah, put it on me.
Yeah, of course. You are the star of the movie.
Well, you're the co-star.
Yeah, but that still makes you the star, so go
Okay,
ahead.
fine. Any, my name is Patrice, and I'm 62 years old, and I'm a totally cool person with a disability. And I just have so much fun with this movie, showing people my story, because people need to know what people with disabilities go through on a daily basis, and wanted them to understand my family dynamic, which is not that unusual because a lot of folks have that mother-daughter type relationship, but I wanted it to be told in an honest way from both sides so that it didn't come across like it was mom bashing.
hmm
Because I know that my mom cared about me a lot. It was just that sometimes we just didn't agree on a lot of her methods of doing things, even though I know she meant well.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gary Wickham. I'm the co-star of Patrice the movie, and I like a lot of sport. I'm a sports fanatic. If you got a chance to see my apartment, she calls it the ultimate man cave. I have sports related stuff all over the house and the apartment. And as for this movie, though, I've never imagined that the movie would turn into what it has turned into, because the movie originally was just going to be about her life. But during the course of the movie, I had asked her to marry me. And that's when we found out that because we're both disabled, we can't get married without any of our benefits being cut or anything like that. So that just added to the whole story. And here we are, it turned into a Emmy winning movie, which we never expected. Like Trish often told me, she thought it was just going to be an after school special that people would watch and enjoy, and that would be the end of it. And here we are.
And with us being celebrities, we can help so many people now. And I've also been doing public speaking engagements and trying to help other people with disabilities not to give up. Because with all these things going on, with the administration making cuts to Medicaid, cuts to housing, cuts to special education, IDEA, DEI, all these things, and even trying to rearrange the Americans with Disabilities Act. And it's a very scary time for all of us. But by speaking to others, we bring hope and try to get folks not to give up during this trying time.
Yeah, and especially the fact that they're also trying to, I'm not going to go into specifics, but they're also trying to rewrite history about some things, and that can't be done either. So we just got to keep fighting the fight and telling people just hang in there. It's got to get better.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you two have done with this film is um so important for the disability community. And I know that it has been about 2 years, and um not much has changed. And if anything, like you're both saying, it's kind of uh in a way getting worse at this point. I think just having that film available to show the world that this is an issue when the mainstream community typically doesn't know about it. That alone makes so much of an impact. And
Oh yeah,
also,
the go
oh,
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
before I forget, I also want to point out for anybody who's watching, behind you too is the Emmy that you won for the film, which is so awesome. Definitely something to be proud of. Yep.
Yeah, when I found out that we won the Emmy because we actually beat out Celine Dion.
Mm,
And most of the time when you're in the running as and I called myself the unknown
Yeah,
because I truly was unknown to Hollywood at that time. To be in the same category with a well-known person like Celine Dion, 9 times out of 10, the well-known person always gets it.
yeah. When we found out that we were nominated alone for the Emmy, and we were going to Los Angeles, we were like, "You're kidding, right?" I mean, we didn't have a clue about what was going on, and then we had decided once we found out that we were in a category with Celine Dion and one other person, we had decided, okay, we're gonna go there, make the best of it, and if we win, okay, fine. If we don't, we're okay with it too. In fact, we were already planning on not winning.
Yeah, because then if we didn't win, it wouldn't be a big letdown.
And
right.
then we sat through almost 3 hours of filming. We had front row seats, and to be honest, we were bored out of our gourd. Now we know why we didn't watch the stuff on TV. But
Yeah, because it's boring there too. So
yeah, so our category was the second to last category, and we weren't even in with. We were hoping that we'd be in with the movie stars and all that kind of thing, but we were in with the technical people. The only quote unquote movie star that was there was Ken Jennings from Jeopardy. But other than that, it was all technical people. And like I said, we were the second to last announcement. And when they announced that Patrice the movie had won an Emmy, I screamed too, I gotta admit, but she screamed so loud, my ears were ringing for a day and a half.
I said I was sorry.
Yeah, but they were still ringing. That didn't help.
That's hilarious. But honestly, I would react the same way. Like, especially because like you're saying, you weren't anticipating it. So that was definitely a very exciting
Oh,
and unexpected
yes.
event. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were so excited, or at least I was, when we all got the directors and Ted Paxton, who was the main director. We were up on stage. We called up on stage to make a speech, which she made. Uh, Going up on stage, I was in a power chair. I had to borrow somebody else's chair, but I was in a power chair, and I ran over. Ted's trying to take pictures. I ran over his foot. During the time that we're trying to get on stage to accept the trophy, it wasn't funny at the time, but now it's funny because we both laughed about it. But I almost broke his foot.
Don't worry, like I can
Yeah.
definitely relate to being just so excited that you don't even know what you're doing at that point, especially if you're in a chair.
when when
Um,
um when we won the Emmy, I called the school from from the hotel at 9 o'clock in the morning. It was 6 a.m. in Los Angeles, but I waited until 9 to call the principal and tell them that I was bringing home the Emmy.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I would just be like bragging to everybody that I would know because that's a huge accomplishment. And it's interesting that you mentioned how, um, like because it was something that is like kind of not that well known, especially compared to Celine Dion, who's like been around for a very long time. And also just thinking about how you said that you were sitting next to people that weren't even famous, like just because uh you were in the front and you had to just be away from others
Yeah.
for accessibility reasons, I'm sure. I think that it just brings um emphasis on the fact that as disabled people, we don't really think that we are deserving or that we're kind of like used to not being acknowledged or having our wishes and needs met in the way that we are hoping to. And
Yeah.
even when you found out that you made all of that money to be able to afford the van, um, you couldn't even believe it because usually for people like us, we it's like almost impossible to uh like encounter a situation like that. And that's
Exactly.
yeah.
I was so thankful that I was only out of work a year and a half because cars and accessible vans are so expensive now. Nobody in reality can really afford one without getting some kind of help from family members.
Or
When
somebody.
Yup, when we went to the Abilities Expo, they take the price tags
Yeah.
off the vans because if you saw how much the van really
You
cost,
you wouldn't even look at it.
Exactly, yeah.
you leave. I was thankful that I was able to raise that money in a year and a half because I would have still been out of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have I seen the movie and seen myself and everything? But that one scene where she calls the Help Hope Live to find out whether or not that money is real, and we find out the money is real, and she can buy the van. Like I said, as many times as I've seen it, crazy movie, I still get emotional, and I was part of it.
Me too, because I didn't know the person who donated the money, and I thought that it went into the wrong account,
Mm,
and that happens. And so, like, do I use it? Do I not? I better double check. It might be a mistake, so I
yeah.
better not get happy until I definitely know.
Yeah. Yeah. I know uh that feeling where it's like almost too good to be true and you just have to like make sure that it is confirmed before getting that excited. And I do have to say, like, no matter how many times I've watched it, I get emotional every time I see that scene. Every single time.
Me too, because I don't take anything for granted because I know in just a heartbeat that I could lose everything just like that.
Hmm.
And that's one of the things that I do is because I lucked out and I was able to get help. I know that I can help other people, and I really enjoy helping others. And if I can help even one person, that's a feather in my cap.
Yeah, I mean, I think like just watching the film and just sitting with you right now, it's very clear to me that you're a very giving person, and I know that you would want the best for everybody. Like, and it's it's important as I guess famous people at this point for you to use your platform to continue to create awareness around this and just show others that it it's um what I guess like when I can't think of the word, but like
That there's light at the end of the tunnel, because
yeah.
when you're a celebrity, people listen to celebrities, and I know, and now having a celebrity status, I can do more to help people than I was able to do as just Patrice.
Hmm.
And also too, a lot of people value what I say, and I know that I can do so much more, and I like talking to people and letting them know that even though things seem very dark right now, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because I just can't see things getting more dark, and even if they do get more dark, there is going to be more light.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think like um even when you're in a really dark situation, there has to be a point where there's gonna be a way out. You know, you can't just like it doesn't last forever. Um
No, and there's times that even I've been in that place where I felt like I wanted to give up. All of us at some point feel that way. But then you realize if you give up, that's a sign of defeat. And I'm not going to let the powers that be win. If
Yeah.
they do win, at least nobody can say
It's going to be
that
a
I
hell of a
didn't
fight.
I didn't do my best to fight.
Hmm.
And we would still fight. We'd have a mutiny.
Yeah.
We'd overthrow the monarchy,
No, I
whatever it
mean,
takes.
they're gonna if they're gonna win, boy, they're gonna if they're gonna win, they're gonna know they're in a fight.
Remember the Capitol crawl?
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is going to be the Capitol crawl part two.
Yes. I love that. Yeah. And this is a question that just came to mind, but on that note, like, are you hopeful that in our lifetime that there will be marriage equality for the disability community?
I'm I'm optimistic, but not with this administration.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The next 2 years are like the whole thing to us right now. We keep fighting, but the whole thing right now, at least, is on hold for 2 years
Yeah.
until uh, until things change. But I'm hoping I waited almost 50 years to find this lady, and because we've been friends for over 35 years. We've only been dating for the last 8 years and everything, and I've been waiting a long time for this lady, and I'd give anything right now to give her officially my last name. So I'm hoping that the laws change before it's my time or her time. But I'm also realistic. I have to think if it doesn't happen now, we're hoping that it happens for the next generation so that the next generation people don't have to go through what we went through.
Maybe we could work something out because that ballroom that they're building for 50,000 people, maybe they'll rent it out and we could have our ceremony there and be able to invite all of our friends.
Ooh.
I still like the Canada thing though. I really don't want to do anything that has anything to do with him.
Well,
I,
he won't be there.
yeah, but he had his hand in it. I don't. Yeah.
We'll just put our own decorations up. We'll get past it.
Okay.
And so this way, all of our friends who live here in the United States can come to the ballroom because we're talking 50,000
Okay.
and
All
it's
right.
indoors. You know,
All
the
right.
stadium is outdoors.
Okay. You convinced me. Okay.
Then we can go to Canada because we have friends all over the world. So, we got to make it the national
Yeah.
wedding tour.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the movie debuted in Toronto's film festival in Toronto, and the people that ran it and the people that were there, they gave us a little after party. They promised us if we ever did get legally married, they would throw us the biggest after party in history if we were ever to get legally married, and we could do it in Canada.
Yeah.
So
It
it's
was,
going to be the international wedding tour
yes.
because
And
they're not because we would have to change the laws again to grant them visas to come to the
Oh
United
yeah,
States to come to the wedding.
yeah.
So it would be easier for us to go there, have it there, rent the 50 thousand seat ballroom. We can redecorate that place.
It's gonna need it. Yeah.
I like this
No,
whole
and the thing
Maybe
is,
they'll let us even use the heated helipad
oh yeah,
because if we
yeah,
do it at a certain time of the year and we have friends that get cold,
yeah.
we can put the DJ booth by the helipad.
Okay, yeah. And people don't realize that this whole marriage equality thing is something that not only goes on in the United States, but it goes on all over the world.
hmm.
Yes,
And
we
people are
really have
really
our
shocked.
work cut out for us.
People are really shocked that it actually goes on. The first time we told Ted, the director, when we were filming Patrice the movie, and we started talking, and he found out I had asked her to marry me, and then we started talking. He was completely blown away because he had no idea what was going on, and then the wheels started turning, and that's how the rest of the movie developed into what it did.
Mm.
My favorite was when I came back to work and the parents and the kids are like, "You're back." Well, yeah, why wouldn't I be? Well, we thought when you won the Emmy, you were going to move to Hollywood and become a big movie star and not come back. I'm like, no. One, my life is here in New Jersey. Two, I have a steady job here because a lot of times in Hollywood, once you do an acting job and it's done, you got to go on to the next thing. So a lot of actors are constantly looking for work, while me, I have a roof over my head, I have a steady job, and I get to see the kids. And I told the kids, plus the town won't let me put the whole school on a trailer and move you guys to Los Angeles. So it was easier for me to just come back here with you guys. So then they gave me the nickname Movie Star Crossing Guard.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love that. And I really like that you are not putting like you are able to recognize that you are a movie star, both of you, but you also know that you have a job that you want to do. And
Yes.
that includes like you continue to have like a stable job, but also like create awareness about this issue.
And I'm also lucky too that I have a very supportive supervisor who has no problem granting me the time off to do what I need to do because she said that this is important that what you're doing because most jobs if I had to take as much time off as I did to travel they would have fired me.
Hmm.
So I'm so thankful that she recognizes what I'm doing. So I make sure whenever we travel, I send her pictures. If I can get little magnets, I bring them and she hangs them all around her desk.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, and
And
it's so.
the
Oh,
the
go
real
ahead.
nice thing about the whole thing is we still can come home and we're still doing what we're doing, but we still can come home and be us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I mean, we live where we live. We live in barrier-free housing for people with disabilities. And once we're home, and we have our friends. Our friends tease us and stuff and everything, but uh, they forget that they. How can I put this? They forget we're movie stars, but they don't forget we're movie stars. But they don't treat us any different than if we weren't movie stars.
Yeah, yeah, I think those are really good friends to have, like just to recognize that you are famous, but also like you're just regular people. You're still the
Yeah.
same
Exactly.
friends.
Because something about Hollywood changes people. And
Hmm.
I don't want fame to change me to the point that I'm not who I am anymore.
Hmm. Yeah. Especially because your personality and who both of you are is what really adds to the film and just like the messaging. Like, I think that somebody else trying to give that same message, it would not have the same impact based on like a different personality from yours that is so like accepting of others and just
The fact that
ambitious.
you the fact that you brought up what you brought up, that was part of the reason why when the film was shot, she played herself in the movie in every aspect of the movie, but the rest of the movie was played by kids playing adults, including including my part. But the reason they had decided to do that was the director decided somehow it gave more of an impact coming from, even though they were playing adults, it was coming from kids. And it seemed to have more of an impact or more of a gut punch, as he would put it, without it being too serious.
That's interesting. Wow. Wow, I didn't even like think of it that way. That's so like
And it,
cool to know.
and it was hard on some of the kids because the kids were actors that were brought in by a casting agency.
Yeah.
But a lot of the kids never played bullies before because they're not allowed to bully people at school. I wish I knew these kids when I was going to school
Hmm.
because
Mm.
the fact that they never knew how to bully someone, it was actually upsetting to them to have to bully me. But I would talk to them, let them know that this is just pretend. You're not a real bully. You're just pretending to be one, but you do have to act like you're really scaring me because
Yeah.
if you're not, they're not going to believe you. So I
Hmm.
said, "Let's practice you bullying me." So they had to act really tough, and if I felt like I was going to laugh, I was like, "You almost had me." But I felt a laugh coming, so you really gotta like mean it. I said, act like I took your cell phone and threw it out the window. Then they got really mad and brought it out. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's funny. Um, well, this is so interesting. I'm also wondering, like, what can we do as disabled people, or what can allies to disabled people do to educate others on the issue of marriage inequality for the disability community?
I know that on the for the movie there's a website called www.patricethemovie.com, and there's a link that you're going to click on that says take action, and you'll type in your information, and it'll give you the names of your local congresspeople in your district, and you can send them a letter from that link to tell them to help repeal the marriage penalty for people with disabilities.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna link that when I post this, and that's probably uh pretty much the same thing that I've done. Not too long ago, actually, I sent an email to the representatives asking to remove this whole penalty because um, I advocate for just being able to find love without any barriers as disabled people. Um, uh, so I was
Change
gonna.
doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. So with that's I know that a lot of folks, if they don't get a result within a certain time frame, it's like, oh, why bother? That's nothing's going to change. Well, sometimes you have to keep going back and forth and sounding like a broken record.
And being a pain in the you know where.
And me, I've gone to Washington D.C. and spoken. I wear colorful outfits, and this way, if they don't remember who I am, they'll remember the outfit.
Mhm.
So that's the hook that I
Oh.
have, and I like speaking. I don't have a fear of speaking, and I very rarely get nervous. So I will go and I will speak to anyone willing to listen. If they sit there most of the time, they'll sit there, smile, do that fake nod, which in reality I'm gonna just agree with her so that she'll get out of my office thing.
Yeah.
But I continue to keep going back because we're not gonna go away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does most of the speaking. I do tag along and I do speak when people ask me things. I just shoot from the hip. She makes speeches. I just shoot from the shoot from the hip, and I'm also she when we're out places, she doesn't talk too much about the movie. I'm the one that promotes the movie. I'll start talking to somebody and I'm like, "Oh, do you have Hulu?" You know, this kind of thing. So I'm kind of like a promoter along with being her better half.
hmm Yeah, I think like even though you both have like different approaches to this, I think you make a perfect duo when it comes to just getting that message across. Um and just in general, I can see the chemistry. I can see that you
I,
love each other.
I get yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, we're a team, and it's funny because we were best friends for 35 plus years, and who knew that my best friend would be Mr. Right.
Uh-huh. That's uh that's a love story that a lot of people would uh, like wish to have for themselves, and that's really beautiful.
I mean, we know each other about as best as we can know each other. And what I often tell people when they ask how do you two get along and everything, I said, not everybody has 35 years to get to know people, but if people spent more time getting to know each other before we're saying I do or let's live together or do this or do that, there would be a lot less divorces and a lot less like after a year I find out I can't stand your guts. Like leave me to f alone.
Yeah, like me and him also we have a mutual respect for each other. So if one of us has a disagreement, we can at least talk about it.
Yeah,
We very rarely have fights over things. I think the whole 35 years that we've been friends, we only had what, three fights?
yeah. Well,
The whole
I
35
wouldn't even
years?
call them fights. I call them strong disagreements. But
Yeah.
the thing is, they don't last very long. We will
No,
not
we talk it
let,
out and we apologize to each
and
other, and
it's,
it's over with.
yeah, and neither one of us are ones that, like, when you have an argument and then it's over with and done with, and let's say
What about what you did to me 35
yeah,
years ago?
we're not like that. Once it's settled, it's gone.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
thing.
gone.
We don't bring it up again.
No, because once it's over with, you realize sometimes how silly it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think like that's so healthy of both of you, and that goes to show that that like that's basically more proof that marriage equality needs to take place for the disability community because we have the ability to have healthy romantic relationships and we deserve to have that legal tie to each other, especially for someone like you two who have known each other for so long and you're certain that you two love each other and want to be together forever. Um,
And one of the other things that I've kind of taught people that are on the back burner, not that it hasn't happened before us, but growing up, unfortunately, I'm not proud of it. My family was a bigot type family. If we had met and decided to go out while my family was still here, they would have said, no, how could you, and this sort of thing. But I've shown people that the cycle can be broken because the color barrier and the different personalities and everything doesn't mean a damn thing to me because love, to me, love is love.
Love
yeah.
And
is colorblind.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's also shown a little bit in the movie. It's not pronounced or anything, but I have mentioned it. I have mentioned it in the movie, and like I said, I'm not proud of it, but I knew it had to be said.
Yeah, and I love how real both of you are about your personal experiences, because they're so common. I think a lot of us can relate to the issues that both of you have had with your parents, with just having overprotective environments where you just feel like you can't um, be exactly who you are. And that's another thing that people need to kind of see. Um, and uh, when I think of the fact that this movie is an Emmy award-winning documentary, do you feel that uh, because it is that good, I guess, that it won an award, do you feel that it has impacted people in the way that you were hoping it would?
I feel that it has opened doors, and there's more opportunities for people with disabilities in film,
Mm-hmm.
because another documentary that won Emmys the same night as us was the TV show Love on the Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't have the channel that show is on, but the fact that there's even a show like that, or the show Born This Way, we need more stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
we also need shows that are not just reality shows. We need more comedies and dramas where the main characters are people with disabilities.
And not people that act like they have disabilities, and then at the end of the movie, some miracle, they get up out of the chair and just walk away. I mean,
Or that we're
it
in stereotypical roles.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and and I that was the last thing that I wanted. I played myself, but I do my own stunts, the less dangerous ones, because I will get a stunt person to do that. And I just wanted the people to see a real person with a disability, not an actor playing me. It's not about that how many tickets you can sell, because sometimes having a real person out there, that's priceless.
yeah. And
Absolutely.
what I think helped also is the fact that we do have an Emmy on the shelf sitting behind us because I mean there were plenty of people that watched the movie that enjoyed the movie, but because that little trophy behind us, a lot more people have decided to watch the movie, and it opened up more eyes because you hear the word movie that won an Emmy. People want to see what this, if this movie was good enough to win an Emmy, what's this about?
Well, yeah, one of my friends sent me a picture that the movie was showing on JetBlue flights.
Ah,
So people on JetBlue can watch Patrice the movie as an in-flight movie. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
yes. Anywhere that it can be seen, that's like the more places, the better. Like we just want to create that awareness as much as possible, really. And
I
I
want to
think,
see Patrice the movie on Telemundo. I want to see who's going to dub my voiceover.
right?
boy.
And we'll have to get somebody to do the voiceover in Spanish and who knows even more languages going forward.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I like that idea. Um, yeah, so do either of you have any final thoughts or anything that you want to share?
Not that I can think of
I
right
wanted
now.
to say thank you for bringing us on your show.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Yeah. I was definitely excited for
yeah.
this moment.
And thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about the movie and get it out there some more. And we really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, we hope we were able to help and bring people a message of hope.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Thank you both so much. And uh for those of like my audience who choose to watch this, how can they follow both of you and learn more about your journey going forward?
Well, she's the technical person, so if anybody wants to get in touch with me, they can go through her, and then she'll go through me because I personally don't mess with Facebook and all that kind of thing. She's the Facebook person in the emails and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. And Facebook also has a Patrice the movie page, and so does Instagram.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I will definitely link it in uh the video. Yeah, so thank you both again so much.
You're
Oh, you're
welcome.
welcome.